All right, it is your Wednesday recap here at the 2023 Monster Energy AMA Amateur National Motocross Championship here at Loretta. Lynn's Kellen Brauer going to give you guys a report from what happened on Wednesday. And we had two Pro Sport classes today. We had the first 250 Pro Sport Moto, which of course did not run on Tuesday, and then the second Open Pro Sport Moto, as we are into our second motos already this week. In 250 Pro Sport Moto 1, Julian Beaumer looked a lot better than he did in Open Pro Sport Moto 1 yesterday. He was able to get into the lead quite early, was able to actually open up a gap, and instead it was Daxton Bennick who was struggling. Bennick down the order, couldn't quite make passes, got stuck a little bit, and then ended up in 7th. So it looked a little bit off today versus where we saw him starting the day with that Open Pro Sport Moto win on Tuesday. Mark Finnis was maybe the guy to watch in that class. He charged all the way through. A lot of guys ended up in 2nd in that moto. And then Gavin Towers also finished a strong 3rd, as well as finishing 3rd in the second Open Pro Sport Moto, which came a little bit later in the day. So Towers was 3rd in that one. He says he actually broke his collarbone at the regional, so he's coming off of that injury a little bit, trying to get kind of back into his groove a little bit, which is why maybe he hasn't been 100% this week, but he's been battling up front, so it's been good. Bennick, though, did recover in that second Open Pro Sport Moto, won that, so he's now 1-1 in Open Pro Sport. He's got to figure out what happened in that 250 Pro Sport Moto, and he said that his teammates actually at Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing were texting him in between that 250 Pro Sport Moto and the Open Pro Sport Moto, telling him all the lines that he was doing wrong and things that he's got to clean up, and he actually listened to that advice, so he was able to get that win there. Beaumer actually came from outside the top 10 and finished 2nd in that moto, so overall a better day for Beaumer. Looked pretty good here as we roll into those second motos and eventually those third motos later this week. Schoolboy 2 Moto 1 was maybe the best battle of the day. Casey Cochran started outside the top 5, had to work through a lot of guys, including Logan Best, Christian Janik, Enzo Temmerman. They were all battling with each other. It was a really, really good race. 4 of them kind of nose to tail for a lot of the race, and eventually Cochran got around all of them and pulled away, but that battle for second remained heavy, and Best was able to get the best of Temmerman and Janik as well to remain on second in that moto. Super Mini 1 and Super Mini 2 both had their first motos today. Seth Dennis was able to win the first Super Mini moto of the day, which was very early on. I think it was the first moto actually today. And Deacon Deno was 2nd with Landon Gordon in 3rd. But Gordon responded in that second, or in the Super Mini 2 class, I should say, their first moto there. He was able to charge through and win that moto, where Seth Dennis actually kind of slipped back a little bit and ended up in 4th in that class. They had Kenyon Richards and Cole Timbo joining joining Landon Gordon, I should say, on the podium in that Super Mini 2 division. Mini Senior 2 had their second moto as well today. Vincent Way, we saw him win that first moto there yesterday, but it was actually Jace Wolf who won the other Mini Senior class when Way went down in the first moto yesterday on Tuesday. That was able to win here today late in that one. So Vincent Way still trying to recover. He got 2nd in that moto. All around, pretty good day of racing. There was some good battles to be had on the track, and I feel like those Pro Sport classes are starting to deliver. We're seeing a lot of parity in both of those classes. Avery Long had kind of an up and down day after finishing 2nd in Open Pro Sport yesterday. So we're building into a pretty strong week, and now the second motos are off and running. We're going to see more Moto 2 action coming up this Thursday, but that's your report here from Wednesday here at the ranch, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.